Shalom, shalom. I just wanted to offer an update on some of the things I'm engaged in right now. One of those things is the United Nation of Yisrael. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you may have seen me post about it. This is a nation of brothers and sisters who we're deciding to set aside our differences, doctrinal differences, personal differences, whatever it may be. You know, because one thing I've had to learn is that at the end of the day, none of us are going to have it right. You know, I get on Facebook, social media, all kinds of, all these platforms, and I try to connect with so many different people. So many people send me friend requests, and I send them friend requests, and I see what they're posting, you know. But I see so much contention and strife amongst the brothers and sisters. If this person doesn't believe this exact specific doctrine, they're off and they're the most evil person. I've spoken on this stuff before, but the main point is that I'm tired of it. I'm tired of going through that rodeo. It's a never-ending cycle. There's always going to be somebody whose doctrine is off, because we all see through a glass darkly. We all have different interpretations of the scriptures. Some scriptures are plain as day, but other people have different, they have different views, and they I guess they take it. They have a different perspective that we all don't understand, because they've lived life in the way that you didn't. You know, I see a lot of judgmental comments about people who have been through this situation and that situation, just like the Black China thing. You know, she decided she was going to clean herself up and remove all the implants and all that stuff, and clean up her image and live righteously, and people still trying to tear her down. It's as if none of us have ever, sinned. As if the Most High didn't have to wake us up out of our sin. Why is it just because, she had a very debaucherous lifestyle on public display, and she was a public figure and all that, but that doesn't mean that the Most High can't touch her heart to want to change, and that doesn't give you the right to judge her and to condemn her eternally, because that's the quickest way for you to get shut down. Trust me, the Most High don't like that, so yeah, y'all need to stop that for real. But anyway, yeah, there's a contingent of us who are tired of all the bickering, of all the arguing, the back and forth. And we're just interested in living righteously together for each other, for the love of the Most High and for the love of each other, and whatever that way that means. And some people are not going to agree, because there's going to be a huge mix of different beliefs and doctrines amongst that group. But one thing we can say is that we want to unify amongst our own people, and we want to escape the clutches of this system that is clearly dying by now. If you don't see it, I don't know how much more I can tell you personally. I've been trying to tell people for years, and people look at me like I'm crazy, or they say I'm a conspiracy theorist, or whatever. Now you're seeing stuff in the media every single day, and people still don't want to believe it though. People still don't want to believe like that this is the system that we've all come up under is coming to an end. The almighty dollar, whatever the hell that means. I said before, don't be attached to money. Don't be attached to something that's money that it has no real value. Money is literally paper that comes from the trees that grow out of the ground. We put a value on it based on, what people tell us, which is the United States government and how they use their influence and force to, basically, just to see that throughout the world. And that's the value that's placed on it, but there's nothing of real substance in that damn dollar. And the day that it does fall, because not all kingdoms don't last. They don't. Look at, just history repeats itself over and over and over. The biggest kingdoms will fall. There will always be detractors. There will always be something to take its place. And by the grace of the Most High, we're hoping the righteous kingdom, his righteous kingdom, will be the final one. It will be the final one. We're not even hoping. We know it will be. So the United Nation of Yisrael has recently, they recently went to Liberia to meet with the leadership over in that country. And if you don't know anything about Liberia, you know that was, it was a point of departure for our people in the transatlantic slave trade, but also it was a point of return for a collection of so-called African Americans, black people who decided they wanted to go back. Liberia definitely has opened their arms to people who wanted to make settlements of that nature. But now they have made huge gestures for the United Nation of Israel to help us secure land and to give us a route to go back and to be part of that nation, and for them to be part of our nation, united under the Most High's rule and dominion. And so we don't know all the details surrounding that yet and how that's going to work, but I can tell you that if you will need to join the United Nation of Israel if you want to be part of that movement, and that doesn't entail getting a national ID. Which, if you're interested, just let me know and I can give you some more information on that. But yeah, I think a lot of people are not understanding the gravity of that development and how huge it is. All these other off-grid Israelite communities, man, I respect everything that they have done to pave the way for people to try to make these kind of moves and get away from the beast system. But there's never been progress like the one, like what's being made by the United Nation of Israel. Shout out to Elder Shemaiah and Elder Yahuah and New Breed, Sister Beja, everybody, Brother Elijah, Yosef and Yakanan, and everybody behind the scenes that's doing work to spread this message, to make this happen. And and it's not just about people and titles and things. It's about us as a nation, all of us. And that's what excites me the most about the United Nation of Israel. One of their chief, I guess, I don't want to say doctrines, but one of their main bylaws is that, there are no egos here. There's no leader in terms of, you have to, that we all move as a collective unit. And we're all honest with each other. We're all transparent. And we all work for the collective common goal of separating from this system that is clearly melting away. This American society, this Western society, the global society, whatever you want to call it now. You got the Fed now system popping up. They want to control everything you do. They want to see every payment you make. They want to tax everything you do. If you want to help somebody pay their rent, pay for medication, you're going to have to pay taxes on that too. You can't live without being taxed in this country anymore. It's crazy. Why do we want to continue to live under that nonsense, man? And see, the United Nations of Israel is even trying to, it's establishing its own currency, and we're establishing our own practices of sustainability, bartering systems and self-sustainability, like learning how to grow food and source water and things of that nature. Build with the fruit, off the fruit of the land that the Most High gave us. The Most High put us here and gave us dominion. He gave us dominion over the land. Do you understand what that means? The land is yours. Who told you when you woke up, or when you came of age, of a thinking age, who told you that you had to slave away and pay to exist in a realm that belongs to you? It is yours. It is your land. You do not need to pay somebody else for what has already been set aside for you. And the sooner we understand that, the sooner, the system relies on us. And I don't mean just the Israelites, I mean just people. The people who don't have power to fight back. Because everything is run by money. They say money makes the world go round. And money is that's the power play. That's what you need to play the game out here. We only give it power because we agree to participate in it. The moment all of us say enough is enough, it's it. It's done. It's done. But see, for whatever reason, we want to continue to play by their rules and play their game, even though we can see just how unfair it is and how brutal it is. So some of us are over that, man. You can get on the train, or you can. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this system with those who continue to, support it. But hey man, you pick a side. You choose you this day who you gonna serve. You gonna serve this nation, or you gonna serve the righteous nation of Yisrael, which is basically serving the Most High and coming together and loving on each other as a people. Who are you going to serve this day? Shalom.